It's in the game. Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe he said, told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the ThunderBirds of Oklahoma City taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This 2nd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them on a win offer.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Oklahoma City, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Oklahoma City.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Yards to go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Jeanty. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The Raiders are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now a play fake here on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
First down, ThunderBirds.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the ThunderBirds are once again back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
ThunderBirds 10, Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Muscles by at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. ThunderBirds 10.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. His first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, ThunderBirds.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 13. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You look at this Raiders defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. And an Oklahoma City first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. There's still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. David Njoku, 29 yards. And the Thunderbirds have yet again retaken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
Looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run straight ahead with Genty. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
That's a thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here we go, strike! 19 Charger, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Curve 19, curve 19. Ready?
2nd and 5. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Warriors, 70. Let go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19.
Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Lions.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the
30. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. They're going to look to throw. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. A give. Here's Jenkins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick it up himself to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And it's caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther, go.
They'll set up to throw. And for a right side here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Cowboy 80. Here we go, here we go. 65, Hawk 7.
Back to throw.
Working downfield, he's got Thornton.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
No!
Now a handoff to Genty.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll give it to Jenkins.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Honeyland's run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down and a yard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Jenkins.
Gets past one man. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Now it's Jenkins. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is second and 8.
They'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
He's going to find a man here. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
On third down, here's Jenkins.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
27-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and sneak it here. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let him cross that goal line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
A run, it's Jenkins.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here.
He'll try and do this himself.
Great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Thunderbirds go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here. They've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Dances by him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And able to get this to the 31.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd and 6.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And that is well led there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
140 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Genty. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
18 more yards. That's another Raiders first down.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 3-yard line.
19.
They'll run straight ahead with Ware.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score ThunderBirds 27, Raiders 21.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Shifts by him. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into a shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
They'll run. This is Judkins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Defensive contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home